right, check it out, everybody. Today we're gonna make some what we making? Some shrimps on a barbie. We're gonna cook it on the grill, and the technique I'm about to use today. You can have people who's vegetarian come over and eat. You can have people who's meat eaters come over to eat. So it's just gonna be plain on delicious, man. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Alright, peace. Okay guys, let's talk about our ingredients we will use today. We will need sour cream, avocado, cheese, tomatoes. I like to use a garden green salad because I could chop it up and use it as lettuce, and I can have some left over use it as a regular salad. Also, we will need tortillas. Okay, up next we will need 1 pound of shrimp. We have to clean the shrimp, make sure they are deveined and cleaned, remove the shell, make sure you rinse them. So you got to get that done. We will need several wooden screws or metal ones, but if you use the wooden ones, make sure you soak them in water for a few minutes before we using them. If we soak them in water before they go on the grill, they will hold up better on the grill without burning up so fast. So make sure you soak them in some water. Up next, we got some olive oil. We want to put a little olive oil on these shrimps. Olive oil will allow the seasoning to stick to them, and also it'll provide a protective barrier between your shrimps and the grill itself. Up next, we have some garlic powder. Just sprinkle your shrimp with garlic powder. You cannot use too much. Well, you can use too much, but it don't matter how much you sprinkle on it. Just remember, the more seasoned, the better the taste. Up next, we have some chili powder. We want to sprinkle our shrimp with some chili powder. Just remember, you can't use too much. The more, the better. Just be reasonable with it. Alright, we got some Burrito coming up next. Let's sprinkle our shrimps with some Burrito to get the party started. Alright, it's time for the hometown favorite. We got some onion powder. Let's hit those shrimps with some onion powder. Okay, right now we got a barbecue favorite. We have some cumin powder. Cumin powder. Let's hit these shrimps with some cumin powder. Alright, we got all our seasonings on our shrimps. Let's give our shrimp a good mix up. So let's mix these shrimps up to get the flavor throughout it. Also, let's wash our hands directly after we mix them. Alright, after mixing my shrimps up, I noticed it needed a little more lubrication. So I hit my shrimps with a little more olive oil. So you want to make sure your shrimp is well coated. Well, not well coated, but coated good enough in some kind of olive oil or some kind of oil on it. It keeps the flavor inside and keeps the shrimp from really sticking to the grill. Alright, we want to grab our screws that have been soaking in water, and let's put the shrimps on them. So let's take the stick, poke them right in the center, put the sticks on them, and we want to lay it down on a tray just like this. Alright guys, we want to cut our onions up in a special way so we can have a nice bite while they're on the grill. So what you have to do is stand your onion up like it's stand up regular and cut it directly in the middle. Not from the top in the middle, but from the side in the middle. Then once you cut it from the side in the middle, you want to cut 4 pieces like this. You see how they're nice and chunky? When they're nice and chunky like this, they'll stay on the stick better, and your people you're serving will have a good bit of onion to eat. Alright, now we want to do the exact same principle with our bell peppers. Just make sure your bell pepper is chunky. Don't cut them, don't dice them up like you make some salsa or something. Make sure they chunky, just the size as your onions. This is very important. Alright guys, we want to place our vegetables, our bell pepper and onions in a mixing bowl. We're going to want to add almost the same seasonings we add to the shrimps. We're going to start off with some olive oil. We're going to start off with a little salt. The reason we need to use salt on the other one is we're trying to be a little healthy. But these are vegetables. They require a little more flavor added to them to bring out the flavor of the vegetable itself. So we want to do the salt. We want to add a paprika. We want to add the onion powder. We want to add the chili powder. We want to add the cumin. We want to add the garlic powder. And guess what? I got a secret ingredient we about to add. We're going to add the paprika. So once we finish adding the paprika, all that stuff, we're going to mix this stuff up. Now remember, with vegetables, most of them does not produce their own fat. So you may need to oil these up too with the olive oil. Once we got that stuff oiled up and ready to go, let's put them on a plate. Just like this. You see it? All right, guys. We getting there. All right, I just got finished mixing. Now, one thing we got to remember about vegetables. Vegetables usually don't have too much fat in them, if none. So I finished putting my seasonings in here. I mixed it up, and it still wasn't lubricated to survive on the grill. So I'm going to add a little more olive oil so I can make sure these things have enough lubrication once it go on the grill. All right, welcome back. We got our grill heating up. I use this little chimney smoker thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It just heats up your charcoal. It's just perfect. So we're gonna use that. Then after it heats up, we're gonna flip this charcoal over, spread them out, then we're gonna get the damn cooking. All right, I'm about to spray the grill with a little oil. I know we oiled the meat, but I'd rather not stick. But be careful when you do this because it's gonna flame up. Alright, got that. Alright guys, I'm just about to add these wild vegetables to this hot grill. Just remember, before you add anything to the grill, let your grates heat up to temperature. Alright, once I'm finished adding the raw meat to the grill, I'm going to close the top and I'm going to come back in a few minutes just to check on it. Boy, outside it's smelling like the fair. You know when you go to the fair, get them Poland dogs, they got them onions and Poland and fucking bell pepper cooking, and you can smell that 4 miles away. That smell is coming from this, man. So after a few minutes, I checked on my vegetables and I started to turn them. Now you want to get some kind of utensils to turn them with, but me, when I cook with these sticks, I just put my hands down there and turn them my damn self. But do not do that. That's very dangerous. So I'm going to turn these puppies. I'm going to come back in a few more minutes and I'll go see what's happening. Alright. I use very little coals when I cook in this vegetables and shrimp because it don't take a lot. And I'm kind of cheap and my earpiece is falling out. Hold on. But let me show you. Been about one song. Let me show you how it looks. I just flipped them, but that's how it looks after about 3 minutes. So every 3-4 minutes I come out here and flip them till they get tender. I'm not saying anything, but I just pulled this thing off the grill. Got the whole house smelling like the fair. When you get those sausage dogs with the onions and the peppers. Alright, it's time for the show of the night. The main event is here. We took those vegetables off the grill. We want to allow our grill to heat back up a little bit. It'll take a few minutes. Then we want to throw our shrimps directly on that grill. This is where you get all your flavor from, this grill. I decided to use these sticks because if I use aluminum foil over this grill, you couldn't get that charcoal taste in them. So doing this method, you get the perfect charcoal taste. This gonna be amazing. All right, I just put the shrimps on the grill. When you're cooking shrimps, you need to stay on it. The reason being, shrimps do not take that long to cook. That's why they are the very last thing I cooked. I cooked the vegetables probably about 12 to 15 minutes. Turn them maybe about 3 to 4 times every 3 minutes. Now I just put the shrimps on here. And my cheapness came back to bite me in the ass. I ran out of heat, so I had to take the shrimps off the grill and finish them up in the house. But it didn't make a difference. That charcoal taste and that taste over the open fire was already in there, baby. Alright, we got the shrimp on the Barbie burritos ready. We got the tortillas. We got bell peppers and onions. We got shrimp. We got lettuce. We got avocado, cream cheese. No, hold on. Sour cream, cheese, tomatoes, a little lemon, and some hot sauce. So if a person is vegetarian, they just don't have to touch the shrimp. You know, you can please any palate. Y'all have a good day. Remember to subscribe.